Hello and welcome to More Things. I'm Judy Trent and today we are at Spring Valley. This is our annual camp drop-in show and we have three really interesting camps, three that we've never been to before, so I'm kind of anxious to see what they're all about. The first one is called Science Sleuths and we're going to take a look at Salt Creek. I want to introduce you to the supervisor for this camp, Science Sleuths. This is Derek Gronlund. Hi, Derek.
Hi.
He is an environmental educator here at Spring Valley. And right now we are at the North Bridge, which is between the farm and the cabin. And Derek, what are you doing with the kids?
Yes, well, today as part of our science camp, we're going to be testing water quality in Salt Creek. So we're going to take some physical measurements and we're also going to collect some biological samples to kind of see how the health of the water is here.
So you're going to collect the things here and then you take them back to the nature center, or what do you do?
Well, we have some of the things we're going to test right here in the water. We have some probes that test pH, the temperature, how much oxygen is in the water, and then we are going to take some of our samples back to look under the microscope at some of the little microorganisms that we might find here.
Oh, cool. Now, this is the third day of the camp, so what have you done so far?
So on the first day we made our science notebooks where we collect all of our data and observations, and then we also did some study of things that live in the soil. So we looked for decomposers, worms, maybe some fungus, looked at things under the microscopes once again. And then yesterday we did a leaf collection and kind of did a survey of some of the different trees that live here at Spring Valley.
Oh, that's cool. So when they finish camp, they'll basically have a journal of all their experiments throughout the week.
Yes, so we do all of our data collection, any observations they make, and then we also do some art that has to do with some of the science projects that we're working on as well.
Oh, that's very cool. Now, I know they've been very patient while we got ourselves organized. So I'm going to let you take charge of the kids right now, and let's see what they have to do.
Excellent. The probes with, so if you have Salt Creek runs through a lot of different neighborhoods and collects a lot of things from the roads. So we want to see if our creek here is polluted or if it's healthy enough for a lot of animals to live in. And we're going to be looking at the temperature of the water, the pH, which tells us if it's like acidic or basic. We're going to see how much oxygen is in the water. So the animals that have gills, they need to breathe the oxygen out of the water. So we'll find out if they can live here or not. And then we're also going to measure how much salt is in the water. Because during the winter, when the roads get salted, some of that washes into the creek. And if the water's too salty, then some of the animals won't be able to live here. So we're going to measure those four things using our science probes. All right, so I'm going to have you guys help me put these in the water to collect some of our readings. Okay? Now I only have four, so we're going to have to kind of all share. And we're going to measure at a few different places. So the first thing we're going to do, this part here, the top, cannot go under the water. So just the bottom part is going to go into the water. And then it's going to connect to my phone, and I have an app that's going to tell us the readings, and we'll record them on our data sheet. Okay? So we'll have a lot of time. So I'm going to take the bottom off of this one. This one measures our oxygen that's in the water. All right, so we'll turn it on. All right, hang on. Oh, everyone's going to get a turn. This one is going to measure our pH. So if it's an acid or a base. This one's going to measure our temperature. And this one's going to measure how much salt is in the water. All right? Here we go. And remember, we're all going to get to share. So once you guys get your probe, I want you to find a place and just dip the end of it in the water.
Everybody,
So you got to put
Which one's mine?
Yours is the pH. So stick stuff goes in the water, and then it's going to work here so you can see the numbers. So this is what they're recording, the real-time numbers of all the information.
Awesome.
We have all of our chemical information. So I'm going to collect the probes, and now we're going to look for some of our water bugs and other animals. I'm going to see what kind of things live here. If we can find fish, we can look for those.
Okay, we've got our numbers here, and Jen, you're going to write them down? Yep. Okay. What do we have?
All right, so for our temperature, it's 23.1 degrees Celsius.
23.1 Celsius. That's in the 70s Fahrenheit, right?
About that.
Yeah, okay.
And then for pH, it's 7.8.
7.8.
And that's right around
Is
neutral,
that?
so
Oh, okay, good. I was going to ask you.
but that's within the range that's good for life. So.
Have you you've done this before?
Yes.
So is this about the right? I mean, where it should be.
Around 7 and 8.
Okay.
So that's a good pH to have.
Okay, and oxygen.
Oxygen is 6.03.
And how's that for life?
That's good.
It's good.
The creek need anywhere between 4 and like 8.
Okay.
Right? And then for our conductivity, which measures salt, that's going to be 10.
And how does that? Is that pretty good or
Pretty good. That means that there's low levels.
low levels of salt? Oh, all right. So this creek is doing well. All right. Now, you can see we have a bunch of things that the kids have found. Some things that we know don't belong, and some other things. There's all kinds of little shells. And who found this?
Hey, who found it? What is that? Oh, it's a fossil.
Charlie? Okay, you wanna show it to the camera?
Wait, this is like a bone. It has teeth.
I know. Can you get a close up of that? Charlie, you found, and we think that's a raccoon skull. Is that right? Woo!
No, it is a raccoon.
It's a little scary. I think. And did anybody else find anything kind of interesting?
This one?
What do we have in here?
Bug?
Bugs.
No, Tracy?
I'm not sure what we're looking at here. What are we looking at? What do you have?
Tracy bug.
Plenty of bugs. All right. I'm not sure how you're telling the difference between.
Tiny bug.
That's definitely a bug. But some of these things just look like pieces of mud to me. I mean, how do you know they're a bug?
These. You can see they were moving. These.
Oh, yeah, that one's definitely moving. That's a bug for sure. This is Jacob. Hey, Jacob, how are you enjoying the science sleuths?
It's very fun, and they have these activities for us to do.
So far, what's the best one?
Probably going in the creek right now.
Did you find anything interesting in the creek?
I found a glove, which is very weird. Why would it be in there?
Yeah, right. Why would it be in there? That's right. And then now you made a little science journal, right? So then when you go back there today, back to the Nature Center, what kind of things will you write in there about today's activity?
The bugs that we found in the water and the stuff that we did today.
Yeah. I like the idea that all the measurements were good, healthy measurements for animals and fish. And although, did you find any fish?
I think I saw one, but I don't know if it's really a fish or not.
I know, it's hard to tell. Well, I like the raccoon head, although I don't want to touch it.
Raccoon skull.
Emma, show your hands. That's what being a scientist means if you're going to be out in the creek, right? Right? All right. What was fun today?
Today was fun that I like getting wet and looking for the bugs on the other side of the rock.
How about you? What did you like today?
I like finding shells.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of shells there. That
Yeah.
surprised me.
I found the big one over there.
Oh, wow. That almost looks like a clamshell. Wow. And it was nice to find out that the water was nice and clean with the temperature. Everything was just right for animals to be living in, right? Did you see any fish?
No.
No? No fish. Oh, well, that's all right. And when you get back and you're going to be writing in your journal about today, what do you think you will write?
I think I would write that the water was clean and the bugs I found.
Yeah, good. How about you?
I will write the measurements and I will write all the stuff that we found today.
That really sounds like fun, doesn't it? Well, the Science Sleuths Camp has been a lot of fun. I mean, I don't think I remember seeing so many kids so engaged in what they were doing in a very long time. And I like the fact that we were able to find out that Salt Creek is indeed a nice, habitable waterway for animals. It's just fine. And I think it's interesting to note that most of the boys were very impressed with finding worms and bugs. I'm not sure what that says, but it's worth remembering. Anyway, we are going to be moving on to our next camp now, and I bet it'll be as much fun too. Hi, well now we are at one of my favorite places, the Heritage Farm, and this camp is called Animal Crackers, which is kind of intriguing. I'm here with Lewis, and we're trying to figure out whether or not I might have covered a camp when he was young, because I understand you went to some of the camps here, right?
Yes, I've done almost all of the camps we have here multiple times.
And now you're a volunteer?
I'm a staff camp counselor now.
Okay. All right. And I know that there's a senior camp counselor, Pat Johnson, and I'll be talking to her in a few minutes, I'm sure. Anyway, what are the kids working on right now?
Right now they're making wooden boats. We make boats that we then race in the creeks here because we have them so close to the farm.
Oh, that's fun. That's fun. And what did you do yesterday?
Yesterday we went around, met all the animals, tie-dyed the shirts the kids wear for the week, and that took up most of the day. So.
Are they wearing the shirts they tie-dyed?
Yes, they are wearing the shirts. they
Oh,
tie-dyed.
cool. Okay. Well, I want to get in there with some of the kids and see what they're doing. So thank you, Lewis. And this is Prisha. She's the first one we're going to talk to. And Prisha was with me in the last segment where we were checking the water in the Salt Creek. That was fun, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now how are you doing with your boat? Where is your boat? Oh, it's over there. Okay, we'll look at that in a minute then. What did you do yesterday?
I painted tie-dye t-shirts.
Oh, is this your T-shirt?
Yeah.
Show the camera. Well, that's cute. That's very cute. Did they start out blue or?
No, it started out white.
Oh, all right. Very nice. So, what are you going to do with your boats?
We're gonna sail them in the creek.
The same creek that we tested the water?
I don't know.
Okay, all right. Well, appreciate you get back to working on your boat. Go ahead. And who else? You want to come and talk to me? Okay, come on over real quick. And what's your name?
Wesley.
Wesley. Okay, Wesley, coming over closer and face the camera. All right? Good. Hi, Wesley. How are you doing?
Good.
Good. You like camp so far?
Yep.
All right. So you're working on your boat. What is your boat going to look like?
I'm trying to make it like a turquoise, just use green and blue. I don't want to like focus much on the colors. I just want to work on the design because the colors don't really matter. So I'm going to try to make it as best as possible.
That's very cool. All right. And yesterday you did this shirt, right?
Yeah.
Very nice. Oh, I like the way it turned out with a circle. That's very good. Okay. Now I see that the boats are going to have they have a rectangular wooden base, and then they have a stick. Yeah. Are you making a sail for the top?
I think that's what you're supposed to do, like a sail, but I'm not exactly sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll find out.
Uh-huh.
And then you're going to race them in the creek?
Yeah.
That'll be fun. And this is Austin. Hi, Austin.
Hi.
And what's your boat going to be like?
It's like just gonna be all different colors, and I'm gonna make a sail.
Oh, okay. What are you making a sail out of? Do you know?
Popsicle sticks or something.
Oh, cool. Very cool. And yesterday you made this shirt, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Very good. What's the best part about this camp? What's the best part about this camp?
Going to see all the animals.
Do you get to feed them or touch them or anything?
We get to feed the chickens and get their eggs.
Did you get eggs this morning?
No.
Will you do that later, or when do you get eggs? Do you know? Does anyone know? Later. Okay. You're going to get eggs later. Okay. Very good. All right. And this is Avery. Hi, Avery. And the reason I know is because Avery put her name right on her tie-dye shirt. It looks good. I like it. I like the way that came out. And here's her boat. And you're working on your boat. Very nice. Stripes. Do you know what the top is, how the sail is going to be made?
I don't really know if we're gonna make one, but I think maybe later we're gonna make a sail.
Okay. And you're going to race these in the creek, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So far you've made a t-shirt. You've made a t-shirt and you're working on your boat. Do you know anything else they're going to do? I know you checked the animals this morning, right? What was that like?
It was cool because we got to see all the different animals, and like yesterday we got to like touch the cows and we got to feed the chickens.
Oh, very cool. And I understand later on you're going to go get the eggs, right? That'll be fun. I like that. And this is Amelia. Hi, Amelia. Wow, look at yours. She's got a very Monet. You know about Monet, right? Okay, very good. And you know what? Here, I'm going to hold this. And you show your T-shirt, because I like what she's done with her T-shirt. It's very stylized. I like that. Thank you. Yeah, I'm going to give you your boat back. And then I'm going to wash my hand. And so now, do you know what we're going to make? Oh, wow. You even did your stick with the impressionistic thing. Very nice. What gave you that idea?
I just wanted to match, and I just wanted to do random stuff.
Yeah.
So to make it.
I like it. Now, do you know what the sale is going to be?
No.
Okay. Well, the sale apparently is quite a mystery. So, and then you're going to be racing this, right? Yeah. Okay. Now, yesterday you did your shirt. Do you have any idea what you're going to do during the rest of the week?
Well, I know tomorrow we might go on the wagon rides and milk the cows.
Oh.
Then I don't know what else.
A lot going on. And now I have Leah and Amelia here with me. Show your shirts. Very nice. Ooh, you have like a donut effect on yours. That's very.
This is like, I wrote ONG on my shirt.
Okay. Now I have Alex and Adriana, and they want to show their boats to you. Oh, you have like a rainbow effect, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's nice. When we do the sale, you're going to continue with the rainbow effect?
Yes.
Okay.
I love rainbow.
No. And are you thinking of naming your boat?
Yes, I'm going to name it Rainbow Paradise.
Well, very appropriate. All right. And Alex, how about you? You just did green. Is that just for the outdoors?
Yeah.
Yeah. Very nice. Green and blue. You're expecting to win the race, I'm thinking. You think so?
Yeah.
This is a great job if you're going to school, high school, college. It's a fantastic job.
Is a discipline. You really learn discipline working in this workplace.
Anybody that's willing to learn can be taught how to be a lifeguard. We can teach you everything.
My favorite part about being a lifeguard is probably coming in and working with these great people. Like, we got a really great staff, good friends.
You're in the mall, someone drops and you know what to do. Like, just the sense of knowing that you could gain from being a lifeguard.
Well, we're going to let the children that are working in the animal crackers finish their sailboats and then take them on down to the Salt Creek. So we have moved over to the farmhouse where there's a whole other camp going on, and it's called Historian's Apprentice. This is an older group of young people, so this is going to be real interesting. And this is one of my favorite places, the farmhouse. So let's go see what they're up to. We are here in the farmhouse. Like I said, we're in the kitchen with Pat Johnson. She is the supervisor, counselor?
Yeah, head counselor for this. This is a big camp.
Is it?
A lot of work when you do this, yes.
Okay, all right. Actually, we saw her earlier with the younger kids with the animal crackers and didn't get a chance to talk to her. But anyway, now, everybody here is hard at work. So now, what kind of things do they do? This is called Historian's Apprentice, and I love that.
And this is a camp that's specially designed for 13 to 16-year-olds. We've always had these kids since they were little in our other camps. And at age 12, they were done, and they wanted to stay on the farm. They truly love being here. They love history. So a camp historian apprentice was created for them. And as you can see, we have them dressed in period clothing. And all week long, they're learning how to be interpreters on the farm. What the great thing is, at our farm, at age 14, you can volunteer here. And then
So they're getting ready to be volunteers, basically.
Yes. In fact, some have already filled out their application. Some of these kids have taken the camp already a couple of times. So we go way into depth, much more talking and learning about the farm, its operations, how people lived in 1880.
At this end of the table, we have Ava and Bonnie, and they are, what are you guys doing?
We're making biscuits.
Biscuits. Okay, now do they have a specific like German name to them or a German part of the recipe, or are they just biscuits? What do you think?
Well, we got them from this recipe book that we have here. So it's all handwritten out for the recipe. Okay. But then we added some extra rosemary in, and we have some normal biscuits baking, but these are like the savory ones.
Oh, very nice. Now, Is it kind of fun to dress up in these outfits? Yeah. And what else have you done this week so far?
We've been taking care of the animals and dropping straw down and like spreading it out so they have a clean living space. And we've been visiting the baby cows and petting
Oh, there's baby cows here now? Oh, how many?
2.
Oh, are they cute? Yeah. So now, girls, well, wait. What is this?
So that's our biscuit cutter. You can we're going to use like a juice glass, but this one just really works. So they're all uniform and they all like bake evenly.
Wasn't there something, I think I remember from being here one other time, there was something like this that had a design in it.
They would use those back then as like almost a like trademark. Like this is like our farm. So when you would buy it, you would always know where you were getting it from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Was that called a cookie press or is that? Oh, this is what I'm talking about. Oh, so after the butter is made, they put it in a thing, and that makes a fancy.
And then the design that's carved in the handle prints in there. That was their marketing, their label.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, I like that. Now, Anna is working on the jams, right? It's jam. Okay. And strawberry and raspberry, are they separate or are you making them together?
They're separate.
Okay. So they're really they're on a rolling boil. Is that going to be okay, or will it stick to the pan? Or?
They're gonna continue going through this rolling boil, and then eventually I'm gonna move them onto a lower heat so they can simmer for a few minutes, and then they'll start to thicken up on their own.
And then we don't want to put that hot stuff on those baskets, and biscuits, not baskets. So what do you do with them? There's no refrigerator here.
Oh, we'll just let them sit out for a little bit and cool.
And on this side of the table, we have Allie, and she is churning the butter. You've got that's a hard job. I did that one with my second graders on a small scale, but I remember being very tired after a while.
It's not bad. The construction of the pot and the butter churn it makes it a little bit easier, but it's not easy per se, but it's not difficult.
Okay. All right. I'll take your word for it. Now, do we just have the regular milk from the cows in here, or what do we do?
We have the cream of the cow's
milk. The cream from the cow's milk.
That is the fat of the milk.
Right.
It rises to the top all by itself in 24 hours time. And then they take a skimmer and get that cream off, and when they're ready to make the butter, they put it into the butter churns.
Okay. We should take a look. Can we take? Can you zoom in at all?
Sounds like you might be almost at butter.
Yeah, I can feel we're getting close at the bottom, but right now it just kind of looks like buttermilk because it's all at the bottom.
Yeah.
But I might be.
Yeah, it's not set up yet. We can't use that butter press.
You butter.
Oh, she has a little bit. Yeah.
In fact, you probably went beyond butter, back into cream.
Oh.
So
Beyond butter.
Beyond butter.
Oh, there's some butter right there.
So it's hard to pull out.
Yeah.
Because what happens is you're churning and you're causing the fat particles to stick together. That forms first a whipped cream, light, fluffy whipped cream. You keep churning the whipped cream, you get butter. Once the butter is made, you can use it as it is, but it's going to spoil in 1 to 2 days because it contains buttermilk that you can see on the bottom of the churner.
Now, the what we're looking at and calling buttermilk, is that what, in the olden days, I know people actually drank buttermilk.
Oh, yeah, you say that. You have to wash your butter next, so the first thing you have to do is save all of that buttermilk. And you put the butter.
Is that a little rough on your arteries?
Oh, man. Well, you know what, though? You've got to remember, these people work very, very hard.
That's true.
They weren't couch potatoes like we are. They weren't binge watching Netflix, so they were doing that.
That's true.
So if you have
They were churning their butter.
That's right, milking the cows, taking care of the garden, fields, and everything else. Yes. These are butter paddles, and this is what we use to wash the butter. We first squeeze and smash the butter, forcing that buttermilk out, saving it for drinking, cooking. Then we pour water on our butter, smash it again, and dump that water off. First time we dump it off, it looks like skim milk. We do that process over and over until the water coming out of the butter is clear. Then we know all the milk is gone. Now our butter will last a week without refrigeration.
Well, we've come to the end of our camping experience for this year, and it was a lot of fun and things that I had not attended before, so I really like that. And I want to thank Derek and Lewis and Pat for helping us and interpreting what was going on at the camps, and all the kids who talked to us and explained what was going on. I've totally enjoyed this. And although it's the end of the summer now and the camps are closing down, I want you to be sure and take a look at the autumn brochure, because if you were interested in anything that was going on, you might find something that's very similar in one of the after-school or Saturday classes starting in the fall. So, as always, I want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.